coming up? Like where did you see it? What was the first moment when you were like, oh snap, that's dope?
That's a funny question, because it started in a very young age, but I never really talked too much about it. Like my whole life, I always liked visual arts. Like I knew that I just needed to find something within that realm. I'm just making sure everything is sterile, you know. Everybody sets up differently. But yeah, I like it simple, you know. I like to use coil machines. They're a little more noisy and stuff, but I like the way they do the work. So just to explain, like basically, I don't know, how a tattoo machine works for dummies is pretty much this amateur bar, that's what we call it, that gets this contact right here, and that gives energy for this thing to go down and come back up. And that's the movement that makes the needle, I don't know if you can see that. You know, the way the needle like pokes the skin. It's like that, but like very fast. And that's what makes everything work. We put the ink into the cap, right? Into the, how do you say, this tube thing. And the needle delivers that to the skin. And this is just that type of tattoo machine. There is those as well. Those are good for fine line, in my opinion. That's how I like to use them. But most of the time, these are my go-to. I always liked every type of media, you know? Grew up watching cartoons and shit. Comic books. My mom is a graphic designer, so she was always really like enthusiastic about showing me museums and like, you know, pieces of media that she judged, I don't know, relevant. She also gave me a lot of liberty to just like figure it out, whatever. I was always drawing Spider-Man on my free time, you know? Drawing Goku or... It was only until I see like graphic drawings on skin that I realized that people did that to each other.
Wow.
I was thinking like, oh, my mom has those things on her skin that I always seen them there. You know, it's like she was born that way for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, oh, that's a cool birthmark she has. It just happens to follow her body in a very natural way. When I realized that, you know, that people did that to themselves, my sister was 14 years old and she got home with 3 little stars on her foot. And she got that done because of Giselle Bündchen. She was obsessed with her and she had 3 little stars on her hip. So she went and did it. The thing that I was thinking the most was like that you're able to do drawings on skin, something that bends and twists, turns, whatever. I was impressed by that. I was like, wow, I didn't thought that was possible. This book is interesting. There's a lot of history on a lot of different tattooers. There's a page here on Cap Coleman. You can see some of his flash and stuff. And how that influenced other tattooers like Sailor Jerry. There's a lot of really old timers out there. This is one of them, Dana Bronson. I met him in Cincinnati. He's like one of the oldest tattooers in Cincinnati, and he'd been around since the 60s.
That's gnarly.
That's when he started collecting all of the stuff that we see in this book. Memento Mori. DC Poe was his mentor. So a lot of photos that you see of people getting tattooed way back in the day are from him.
You don't see enough stuff on it, you know?
Yeah, it's the type of knowledge that you only see with books or like meeting people in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not gonna find that much content on the internet. I feel like that's part of like how there are so many people making money with like tattoo schools or whatever. I feel like they're just surfing on the hype of people trying to get into this without knowing where to start from. Like in one way, I gotta just do some homework and pretty much learn from whoever came before me. So like the American traditional tattoo style was something that I approached with that type of mentality of like respecting the craft in the way of what came before and why we do these things the way we do, you know?
Oh, if I were Nicolas sitting in the chair, like, how would I tap this? You know?
Right.
And
Oh yeah, I think like that too. Like a lot of my references of artists that I like to, you know, look up to. This is that type of question that I ask myself. I feel like tattooing is that thing that anything that is permanent, or at least for the time being, of the host, you know, of the canvas. It's like really impactful. So anything that is gonna last as long as like the thing that is on lasts, it's pretty cool. Like ceramics, you know, like these things could like last a long time. Sometimes graffiti could last a long time, but it's also easy to cover it.
She's like, I can't see tattoos on myself. You know?
I used to be like that. Yeah. Even when I was considering tattooing, I didn't have any tattoos yet. So I really got my first tattoo when I moved to New York, and I started dating this girl that was also a tattoo artist, and she did a terrible tattoo on me. And I was like, well, that's whatever, you know? Like, what do I have to wear? I already got some piece of shit tattoo.
Yeah.
So I got that shit out of the way, you know? I remember you saying that you want your body to look like a school desk. Full of like graffitis and scribbles and like just a mess. Like being a tattoo artist is like shit. I got no high school diploma, you know. I got nothing, no document that I could say like, here, I know some shit. You only gonna find out if you like spend some time with me.